So it's been a bittersweet day. Um, Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody that's be Irish or be celebrating the Irish days because it's a good day to be Irish. But unfortunately, it's also been bitter because I lost a sister. Um, I actually don't know the actual outcome of what happened. I I'm led to believe it's suicide again. So, I mean, this happened last Thursday, so I've been kind of beside myself, and I don't know what to think or I don't know what to feel. And it's one of those things where I think stress has been terrible on everybody. I think in the last, I don't know, like 10 months or whatever, I don't know, since last year. But things get better, you guys. And if you ever have any personal issues or emotional discomfort, you got to understand that things eventually get better. It doesn't matter how bad or great things are; they eventually change. And for me, it's really it's hard for me to just be Mr. Positive all the time and try to be super happy-go-lucky, especially like I'm too blessed to be stressed, but I'm a huge empathizer when it comes to other people, and I like to think from other people's points of view, and I like to understand what what's going on in their life, and how things could be better. And you know, I've dealt with suicide my own self too, and I don't even know if that's what actually happened, but there's a lot of mysteriousness and a lot of people protecting their family, and only time will tell what actually happened. But I would like to say, always look for the better, and no matter how trapped you may feel in life, you're not trapped. There's people you can go to. Tesla, please. There's people you can go to. There's people you can talk to. There's phone numbers you can call. And back in it was 2009, May 10th, I wanted to end my own life, and I decided not to, and things have only got better from there. I would actually say that was my last bad day. So whether I was too big of a coward to end it, then I moved on, and things changed, and they got way better. They got they got immensely better. So it's one of those things where I can't speak for anyone's mind, and I can't speak for anyone's heart, and I can't speak for anyone's point of view or a position or their environment or their emotional maturity or what they understand. But I do understand time, and it heals everything. Some people think that time does not heal and time does not change things, and I I like to believe that it does. It really does. And at the end of a bad day, you wake up and you feel a little bit better. At the end of a good day, I mean, some days you wake up and you don't feel as good. And I can't speak for those people. I can speak for myself. I wish people had the strength to understand that they're not trapped, and that everything is in their mind and they can change whatever they want to change. I've hated myself so much that I didn't want to live on. But those days go by. You can have a couple bad days. You can have a couple bad weeks. You can even have a couple bad years. You can have many bad years. You can have a decade of bad years. But if you don't keep pushing through, you're never going to change your life lessons. You have to look at things differently. You have to feel things differently. And if you're so stuck, then you have to get yourself unstuck. You got to go and look in the mirror and say, hey, who has been there for me? Who has always looked out for me? And you're never gonna have one person or a group of people that are gonna stick their neck out for you. You have to understand that you've been through all of your good things in your life. You've stabilized, unstabilized yourself. You've teetered your own totter. You've You've been there for all your worst moments in your life, and who's going to be the one person that's going to dig you out of that rut? You're not going to all of a sudden have one magical potion, or you're going to have the formula that you're going to all of a sudden figure everything out. It's one day at a time. It's what you can manage. If you have a really bad day, or you know something that happened that you think that you can't move on from, sometimes you got to deal with what you can manage. If it's really hard for you to manage a day, then break it down to a half a day. If you can't manage a half a day and you keep on going back to your rut, then go moment to moment, go hour to hour, and be like, I got to get through this hour, but I got to do the best thing I can. And you got to think about yourself. And as selfish as it may sound, it's going to be the one person that's going to always be there for you. It's going to be the one person that's always going to help you out. Like, because most of the people that get burned, they're getting burned by their family. They're getting burned by their loved ones. They're getting burned by the one person that they thought that would never burn them. And coming from somebody that always has their walls up and is always lacks trust in everybody in the whole world, you gotta see past all that. Even though it's hard to vision, past something, be like, think about the worst moment in your life. You can, how did you get past it? Like, are you still living in that same moment every day? Then yeah, eventually it's going to wear down on you until you have nothing left. And then you're going to be stressed out. You're going to turn to drugs. You're going to turn to alcohol. You're going to turn to food. You're going to turn to sex. You're going to turn to power. You're going to turn to all sorts of different things that are going to help fill that void. But life is life, It's a nonstop learning lessons. And if you don't learn your lessons, you're eventually going to just start when it comes down to suicide, it's not death happens in an instant, all right, you guys, but a slow suffering for years, or you feel trapped that you can't talk to people. Sometimes just talking to people is all you have. And I mean, humans are a packed animal. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Nobody's gonna live their life by themselves, like their lone wolf. That doesn't exist. That guy doesn't exist. You show me one lone wolf and I'll show you a liar, or I'll show you somebody that's so lonely and miserable that all he wants to do, he just needs a hug, So I want my sister to rest in peace. I don't know what happened. Maybe I'll find out in the future soon. Maybe I'll never know. But I can't just sit there and look for answers. I can't question everything that happens. Things happen for a reason, and all you can do is, embrace the day. And for those of you that are having probably the time of their life, because St. Patty's Day is like one of my favorite holidays, like that and 4th of July. Just go hug somebody,